to Fred in the Shed 2. Thanks for joining me, and part 2 of this Mamod SE2 restoration. And in this video I'm going to get right stuck in and rip this apart and really start on the renovation. But before I do that, I want to descale the boiler, because when I emptied it from the first run there was lots of black scale and sort of lime scale that sort of came out, so it's a bit like an old kettle that needs to be sort of descaled. Now I did some internet research, done this before, and what they recommend is to use some white vinegar mixed with water, about a 50-50 mix. Now you can just leave it in the boiler overnight apparently, and that's what I did on the 77 Roadster, but this one does seem sort of quite bad, so I'm actually going to sort of run it under sort of heat and get sort of some of that scale out of the boiler, at least as much as possible. I don't particularly want to get any sort of scale or flaky lime scale into the sort of piston itself, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the piston and just let it basically steam out of the inlet pipe there, and hopefully that'll sort of stop any problems with that. So that's what I'm going to do, that's the first thing, and I'm going to get stuck into that. So here she goes, starting to steam up for the second time, but all that's coming out now is the rather sweet smell of water and vinegar. The safety valve's blowing its top as well, so I think I need to open the valve and let some steam out. And there we go, it's a strange smell. It must be like fish and chips. So yeah, that's what we can do. So we're just going to let that boil through, and say we'll just blast out all of that lime scale. Then I'll let it cool down, and I'll probably just re-top it up with some diluted white vinegar, and then maybe leave it overnight just to sort of do the final effect. There she blows. So here she is, finally finished, and very, very pleased how this has come out. Really over the moon, actually. It's come out really, really nice. I mean, I would have thought this is probably how it looked when it sort of left the factory. Maybe it wasn't as polished as what I've done, I'm not sure. I've not seen a sort of new in-box one, but yeah, absolutely over the moon how this has come out. And yeah, it was tricky here and there, but I think it was a bit easier to do than when I did the Roadster. I think I maybe should have started on this and sort of worked up to the sort of Roadster. But yeah, overall it looks fantastic. I was really pleased that I was able to maintain and keep the original little sort of transfer on there. I think that adds to sort of the originality of it. And there she is, absolutely fantastic. And I mean, you know, how things have changed nowadays. Kids nowadays, they're more interested in their mobile phones and gaming and things like that, social media, you know. But back in the day, imagine again, as I said before, imagine being sort of, it would have been a lad, it was a bit sexist, but it would have been a lad, you know, maybe 10 years old perhaps, and you know, you wake up Christmas morning and you open something like this, and you just want to sort of get it steamed up, and you probably do it with your dad, and you'd steam it up for the first time, and you would dream about being on a steam engine, and a little lad would dream about being a steam engine driver. You know, that would have been sort of been his ambition in the 1950s, to sort of get into the world of steam and all that. And of course it all changed, it all went diesel, didn't it, and then eventually electric. But there it is. So last thing now is just to run it, just to get it sort of up and running. Hopefully we won't get any leaks. I did have to reuse the little rubber seal in the end on the steam feed pipe. I couldn't get the new one in there, unfortunately. Didn't work out how to do it. But yeah, just need to run it now under its own power. And yeah, fantastic. Very, very pleased. Very, very happy how it's come out. Right, I'm cheating a little bit here because I have already given this a small run yesterday. Its first run, and it ran okay. The little steam pressure feed pipe that leaked, unfortunately. The original washer, the rubber washer, completely failed. It had sort of turned into a tar, so I've replaced that with a slightly smaller washer, so I'm hoping that's going to hold. And we had a bit of a leak on the whistle there, so I've put a little bit of gasket seal on the whistle there, so we hope that's going to hold. But yeah, everything else worked sort of absolutely fine. It chuffed away really quite nicely. So today it's going to be the second run. Hopefully those things will hold, and I'm going to just sort of try and see if it will run my Wilesco little workshop. It's a bit of an ask because this is about probably, well, 2/3 the size of the Wilesco engine that runs this, but I thought I'd give it a go. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So we're going to get this under full steam, and I say then I'm going to sort of connect it and just sort of see what runs, and hopefully it'll have enough torque to run it. If not, well, nothing lost there. So that's what we do this afternoon. This will be my last bit of talking on this video because I just talk too much, I know I do. So I'd just like to say, you know, at this stage, cheers, thanks for watching the video, because I'm going to play out just with steam action now. I've got, if you're into this sort of stuff or it interests you, I've got another Wilesco's little kit coming up. I've got a little steam tractor kit that I'm going to be building, and also a much cheaper little Stirling engine kit as well that arrived from sort of China, and that's going to be coming up maybe in the next sort of few weeks here on Fred in the Shed too. So if you've not already done so and you want to see those videos, well, hit that subscribe button, and also that little bell notification next to it, and then you'll get notifications when I put up new videos for those steam things and other things that I'm into as well. You can sort of see those as well. But anyway, I've waffled on too much, so let's get on and get this thing under steam pressure, get it to get a real good head of steam on it, and let's see if it will power the workshop. So today, really, my video is a helicopter, which makes a change from the aeroplanes. But as you can see, I'm trying to do a video, and this tosser is going to be flying around, making a load of noise. Should go right over my soundtrack. Here he comes now. Yep, straight overhead. You know, what is it with me? Every time that I come out to do a video in the garden, someone will start using hedge cutters, a chainsaw, a lawnmower, and now a friggin' helicopter. It's hovering a bit. Yeah, just perfect when I'm trying to make a video of my steam engine. We have a helicopter. Makes a change from the jets.